Record it. Let's record. Ready?
Okay.
It's 3,
3,
2,
2, 1,
1, go.
go. Okay. Okay.
Oh shit! I missed it. I missed the button, so I just press it now. So you'll have to look for that.
That's okay. I usually sync it up with the I'm Jeff, and I wait for
Oh,
the
okay.
other
Cool,
part,
cool.
so it's
Okay,
easier
so
for that.
tweet it out.
All right. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome everybody to the 17th episode of Tech Laundry. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Tertius, you guys.
And we got quite a few topics to talk about today.
Yeah.
We're gonna
This week on Tech Laundry.
this week on
we
Tech
got-
Laundry. We definitely have like three to four different
We
topics.
got like quite a few. Lots of things are happening. You know,
Next week is going to
lots of
be
small
a
things.
huge thing, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Tease that a bit. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just really excited for next week, man, and
Oh, man.
pretty excited for this week too. Like lots of good things are happening.
Good things. Good things
Yeah.
are good.
Good things are good.
Good things are good. Period. Done.
Done. Like no need to explain further. Things are good. Things are good. They're going.
It's good.
Going
It's good.
to like ONA this month, so I'm really excited about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm going to LA like the end of the month, so that's cool. Like really excited to get some Korean barbecue with me. So
Ooh, that's gonna be sick.
yeah, right.
For those not in the know, ONA is like Google's journalism conference thing.
Okay, it's not Google's. It's just online journalism. It's like like online news association, and Google has some parts of it. Like they sponsor it. But yeah, I'm really excited about Google parties.
That's gonna be good. Do you know what hotel you're staying in?
No, I'm gonna stay with a friend because it's LA and I have friends. But I think it'll be like a 30-minute like bus ride to go every single time.
You should check out the Standard.
Okay, yeah, because I totally have the money for that.
They have bar. You can just go there for a drink. They have a really there's a place called Commissary that's it's like upstairs a little bit, or it's in a little patio area. You love it. Just saying.
Yeah. With the standard LA prices. Okay.
You got disposable income. You'll like it.
You could have one drink and then you're bankrupt.
But that one drink is worth all the money in the world.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Anyhow, so let's get started on top of it.
Let's get on it. Let's get on it.
So, top of the show, we're gonna talk about 3D printing. So, 3D
printing. Do you want to get into that? Do we want to get into that, or do we want to start off the small stuff first?
Let's do the big one. Let's do the big one first.
You want to do the big one? All right, let's do the big one. All right, Jeff, start us off.
So 3D printing. So there's a new small little breakthrough in 3D printing. MIT, which is the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which is a very significant school.
Home of the nerds.
Home of the nerds and the very, very expensive schools. It had a breakthrough in 3D printing, and this particular 3D printer has the ability to do multiple materials simultaneously. So for those who don't know about 3D printing, basically, it's the idea that you have this machine that prints an object layer by layer. So if you take something like my coffee mug here, which is this lovely barley tea. If you made like a million slices on it, you'd be able to see the curves of the circular inside. Like you basically get to see each layer of it individually.
Yeah. So it builds up from the bottom and it grows into the whole piece, because you can really break it down to like one centimeter segments like going straight. So it's basically it like prints like this.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good animation.
Yeah.
Just this.
It's like a chopping motion at the building up from the bottom.
And so you can basically build anything in a 3D modeling program or scan it in real life, and you're able to print it out layer by layer. Mm-hmm. And usually what happens is that you print these on plastics. Like you have an actual like heating gun that goes, and when it prints the layer, it takes like this cord of plastic, mm-hmm. and it puts it through heat element, so it melts, and then it squeezes it out into whatever
Like the
design the
shape.
layer is.
Like one of the cool examples as what I've seen is I've seen people trying to like augment like Barbie dolls. So instead of like really girly Barbie dolls, they'll create suits of armor for these female figures so they will look like more awesome kind of badass figures instead of just like housekeepers and like travel agents. They'll be like like fully suited warriors, and it's really cool because like they release these like files that are the plans for the 3D printing projects, and then anyone can print it out if they have a 3D printer. So it's like super cool, and it's like a really great kind of like freedom of information kind of type thing.
Do you have a link to that? I've never seen that, so I'm
Really?
really curious. Yeah.
I'll look for it. I'll send it over. But yeah, it's one of those like cool kind of like developments. It's a weird thing to think like this little 3D printer would move towards like a better kind of more friendlier, more kind of feminist idea of how toys can be. So I thought it was like magnificent. So I'll definitely link that on the episode today.
Definitely. You can go to techlaundrypodcast.com to check out that.
Yeah, we have a website.
We have a website. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Jeff. So the development is so you can do multiple materials. So what's the big deal in this?
So usually what happens is like, when you like any everyday object, for the most part, a good amount of them can be, simple objects are only like one type of material. They're made of wood or plastic, and it's a mold of something. But when you add another layer where you can have like different alloys or different types of materials, like let's say like you have like something that's made of like gold and wood at the same time, and you wanted them to make an object, you can now do that with this printer. And 3D printing's come a long way in like the last 5 years or so. And when I worked at for news, sorry, this autoplay ad just came up. God, I hate autoplay ads so much. Turn all that off in like a week or so. Chico State had a program, a small little program where they built their own 3D printer, and then they encouraged people to like bring their own plans, like in the form of like a certain type of file, and you can give it to them, and they go and print it, and just give them like $1 or something for whatever the materials that you printed for. And it was like exciting, right? Because like you're just like I could print anything. I can print.
You can make if you have the right plans, you can print it. I've heard of people 3D printing like planes, toys, even guns. It's one of those like the big controversies with the 3D printing is that like you can actually create a 3D printing gun. I mean the like levels of how accurate or how good they can be or how long they'll last is debatable. But the fact is, as this technology keeps going, sooner or later you'll be able to print out like full-on weapons. So that's a weird kind of, it's like the counterweight to awesome free information and like plans versus weapons that are go unchecked. So kind of weird.
Ultimately this technology will it'll benefit more people than it will harm people, I would imagine. But still food for thought. That like
that's with all technology, really. You can really turn any new piece of technology into a weapon.
Yeah, you're like, internet, that means terrorists can talk in secret. And you're like,
and PlayStation 2s can launch rockets. You guys remember that?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? I think people were so scared about PlayStation 2s being sold because they have the capacity to be able to launch rockets.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that? That's either PS2 to the PS3. I remember there was a whole thing on it, and then like people are just like, yeah, if you really want to launch a rocket, you wouldn't have to buy a PlayStation 2.
I had a GameCube, so maybe that's why I didn't like pick up on it. Yeah, fuck him.
A GameCube would never be able to to launch a rocket, no, can it? And it's like little terrible discs.
I mean, if you think about it, though, if you work for Sony, you're like, PS2 can launch rockets? That sounds like a good marketing tagline. Like, PS2, it launches rockets. I'd be like, maybe I should buy this.
I want to buy that powerful piece of tech.
That's a fine piece of technology.
So Jeff, this new development of 3D printing, I mean, who does it benefit? Like, what will it like invariably lead to? So we talk about like maybe guns or probably, but like, what's the more kind of obvious take on this? Like, who can it help most right now?
I'd imagine probably like the medical industry or like consumer electronic things. Like if like I don't know too much about what people's needs for things like that, but if like they have an expensive like medical machine that
Yeah.
has a part that breaks, and this machine happens to have like a part that is both plastic and metal parts. You can now print that part for way cheaper than you can from ordering it from the manufacturer or whatever it might be.
So for me, it's always like the 3D printing always kind of benefits two groups to me. One, like the impoverished people like Africa, the hard to get to places like in mountains and stuff. Like if you can't like like Amazon Prime like a product to them, they can print out what they need. Like for example, you talk about like medical technology. If a part breaks in like the defibrillator and you need like a new piece for it, you can't really wait for anyone to like ship it over. It'll take forever, especially when you're in like kind of a remote area like a mountain or a desert. It'll take forever. So like it would have benefit for me like two main people: the impoverished in like kind of really desolate kind of lands, or kind of like like isolated places, or people in space.
True, people in space is probably a big wheel.
Yeah, if you think about it, like you can't like it would suck that you would have to wait for another shipment or another like imagine how much easier it'd be for them to just send up new plans or like just print their tools or their the things they would need as they go along in space instead of having to like fly it over. Imagine like the savings in terms of like the fuel in terms of rockets and all that. It'd be kind of amazing.
It would like the 3D printing is pretty much like it hasn't hit mainstream yet. You can buy some consumer versions of 3D printers, and they have open plans if you want to make your own. It's not like particularly hard. But it's still not quite there yet.
Coincidentally, like the last ONA I went to, they had a 3D printing pen was the thing they were showing off, and I remember it was unwieldy and crazy, and like they were trying to make things. I was like, how is this useful in any way? You're like doodling, and you're just making cheap plastic crap stringly things.
That's a good way of describing, because that's basically what they look like.
Yeah,
I can only imagine that like if you were an engineer and you wanted to sketch, you had this idea, you just wanted to sketch it out in 3D, like because you can draw up with the pen. That would make sense. It wasn't gonna make anything like functional though. It was kind of
it was just like, oh, here's the kind of it's kind of like a weird proof of concept. Like here's what it can do in a really rudimentary way, and it's really cheap. So like, that's basically it captures the idea of it, not exactly the kind of most functional version of it. Right?
No, definitely. And this whole question of like how do I get something 3D printed, or how do I like get involved in this whole thing? Because not everybody's gonna have a 3D printer. There are sites like shapeways.com. So Shapeways is a company that you upload your plans to, or you look at other people's plans that they've, and you can just upload them, and then they'll ship the product back to you that's been 3D printed.
You know what's cool is that the Chico Public Library recently got a 3D printer.
Really?
Yeah, and then you can bring in your own plans to try to get it to print stuff. So it's like a totally open kind of thing, and I really want to try it. I really do. I really want to do that because like I need to find a plan. It's gonna be like small, like people made little toys and stuff. So I really want to see what I can do with it in terms of like what I can print, because like it's a whole nother world for me. Because in my work, in my field, I live in 2D and like 1D stuff. Photography and this like 2D design. That's my thing. It's rarely ever 3D, so this is a whole new world for me to explore.
Definitely an idea for the ER. I think that'd be a sweet piece, dude.
No, dude, they totally wrote it. I read the newspaper. That's how I know it. They totally did a piece.
They don't have a video of it.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, pictures. If you watch like a picture of a 3D printer, that's the most boring shit I've ever seen.
It really is. It's just like kids like gawking at this machine, and we're like, that's basically what it looks like.
Like, wow, what does it do?
What does it do? What are we making?
But continuing on, so Shapeways, and it opens up this whole new idea of collaborative design that hasn't really been done, or has been done in terms of programming. So if anybody knows about open source, you publicly post the source code for programming.
I love my open source things like Magic Lantern. Awesome.
Magic Lantern, it's true.
Learning about it. Audacity, really great way for me to get started, like audio editing and all that. Like there's these like and there's like a lot of photo editing software. Not here it's Photoshop, but they're there and they're free and they're a really great way to get started. That's really what the 3D printing is about. It's getting started and getting the kind of ideas moving in that way.
Yeah, it's great for 3D, like for not for 3D, for prototyping if you're a product designer and things like that. And or if you're just making like a one-of thing that you don't have the technical skills of like, you know, like metallurgy and like foundry and stuff like that.
No one has like those skills anymore. Foundry and metallurgy.
Yeah, it's a dying art, and this is going to replace everything. Everything that we do is going to be replaced by 3D printing and by things like this on Shapeways.
Yeah, whenever I read anything about like any think pieces on the future, like every house will have a 3D printer, and then if you ever need anything, you need like a new kind of like a nail. You'll never have to look for like, you know how just like a nail like box. You'll just be like, oh, print me out a nail because I need a nail now, or like clip, or oh, I need a new spatula because my spatula broke. You just print out a new like. And since like 3D printers will now be able to use multiple like materials, it's all the more possible. So, you know, like, you know, a spatula with a, you know, metal core for weight or usability. So it's like, I mean, it can be anything you want to be, like the thing with 3D printing is like the sky's the limit, really. It can replace anything you want. Like take for instance a knob or a screw. Anything you want, it can become like you can use a 3D printer to make it if you have the right materials.
It's funny because I just built an IKEA bed the other day, and
we talk about the democratization of design. Like IKEA is like famous for like, you know, cheap design. Like, you know, it's really good in terms of how good it looks. It's not really, you know, great in terms of quality, but
yeah, but it looks great and it's cheap.
The design,
it ships so flat. Like I'm always
it ships so flat, you guys.
It's so amazing.
It ships really so amazing, flat.
Actually. But the oh my god, this site keeps loading ads. Sorry.
Dude, do you have like ad blocker? That's also
no, I do. Software. But this was like embedded. Like I think this is actually coming from their own site. Like and they're showing off their own video. I don't know. It's some bullshit.
Weird.
If you own a site that does that, do not do it.
Do not do it. Stop it, sites.
I will block you.
Stop it, sites. We don't like that.
But speaking of IKEA, we had to actually go out. We like a few of the parts broke because they're just this plastic. Yeah. And we had to go out to Ace Hardware and actually like go and buy a few of those parts that cost like, you know, 50 cents, and then come back and then finish the bed. And I was like, oh, 3D printer would have like stopped that because it's made of plastic, so it's not like a huge deal.
So you would have saved time, you would have saved money, you would have saved the trip and gas.
The trip, gas, time.
Yeah.
You can't put a price on your time, really.
I can.
It's true, but I mean I can, but no one can pay it. That's the thing.
You really think you're worth that much, Jeff?
I'm worth an obscene amount of money that no one does.
Please. No one would ever want to pay you more.
Say that now, but you watch. Just you wait. So if you're interested in this, I would definitely check out shapeways.com. You can see there are lots of like crazy things people have made, and you can buy them for pretty cheap, and you can buy them in any material. They print in like multiple types of materials. So where this new printer is like you can print at the same time, you're printing plastic and metal. These usually only print one of, so it's only like of bronze or of like, you know, plastic. So you can print in stainless steel, plastic, bronze. Crazy. Like, and when it gets kind of expensive when you get to like platinum and gold and stuff as usual, but the fact that you can even do that is kind of crazy. It's pretty crazy. They also have really nice stuff if you're into follow focus stuff for cameras, because God knows I need to use follow focus. You can buy a 3D printed gear for your follow focus, so you can actually like do that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like a lever.
Okay, like don't you think like 3D printing would totally kill like Gary Fong's business in terms of like light diffusers and stuff, because you can like print that crap at home?
Yeah, I mean it might be like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
We'll actually start,
dude, technology moves a lot faster than 10 years. I don't think we like live in a, you know, 10-year increments anymore. I think it's like 3 to 4 years nowadays. It just goes, man. Freaking technology. faster and faster every
I
year.
don't know. People might like go against it. They'll be like, "Oh, 3D printing is like taking away from like local business and mom and pop shops and like, and like there's gonna be a whole revolt or something." I don't know. I feel
There's
someone's gonna like
always
get mad
people
about it.
pushing back. That's just life. People always
Yeah,
push back against new. That's
but
technology. That's basically the essence of the new, man. You all will always have people who are excited about it and people who are just not.
people who are complete luddites.
Hey, I did the whole neo Luddite thing. Did I tell you that? Like, that's
No.
that's someday that like kind of like a life I want to lead is that I want to work and that my technology is all at work, and when I get home, I want to be cut off. That's what I want to be. Like, I want to reach that point. Like, I mean, when I get home, most of the things I do on my phone, I just read and like message people, but I really don't want to do that anymore. I want to be able to just not be online.
I
It's a
usually
tough. Mhm.
I care more about like my environment. So like if I had the option to, I would like to live in a tree, like a nice tree house. And then
That
but if
is
I had
such a
like
Jeff thing to
a
say.
nice laptop and internet, that's all I would need. I'm
Like a
pretty
really, really fast internet.
yeah, like gigabit, that'd be great.
Oh my god.
My
Soon,
friend
soon,
just got that.
soon.
My friend just got that in SF actually. His apartment got upgraded to gigabit and like he
Uh,
sent me a link to it and I was like, oh my god, his speed test is
uh,
like insane now.
insane.
Triple digit.
Yeah. I'm over here waiting for my what is it called? A firewire cable for my like hard drive, and you're over. Ugh, God, I'm so behind on the times, man. Like, I don't even have like USB 3.0 yet.
What?
Yeah, my laptop doesn't have that.
What? Your laptop
Yeah,
doesn't have 3.0?
no, it's 2.0.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's not blue on the inside. It's not 3.0.
Man. All right. Didn't know that. I thought maybe I guess mine doesn't have it. I just figured, I don't know. Maybe it only got adopted within like the last like 5 years probably, but
Yeah. Plus, it's already on the way out.
yeah, it's true.
USB Type C.
Yeah, Type C and the new Thunderbolt is
Yeah.
actually going to support Type C. Um, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. So everything's going to go in that direction. So even Apple's like, yeah, we're going full throttle, and it won't even affect us because the new version of our own thing is going to be it. So check it out. Check it out.
Okay, cool.
So
So,
you have a topic.
okay. Speaking of internet services and speed, the forefront of that is all about Google. And the whole like restructuring with Google, they decided to rebrand, and we got a new logo. If you've been on like the internet lately, you've seen that new logo. If you've opened up your updated Google apps on your phone, you've seen that logo. And the truth is that logo is ugly. So freaking ugly.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about it. I wasn't sure. I was like, is there
I
a special
hate
holiday
it.
going on right now, or like?
Oh man, it is. It looks okay. The idea is it looks like a friendly alphabet soup kind of type font. It's very friendly. It's very kind of approachable, but it's just minimal and awful, and it lacks a soul. It's not great. Oh, Jeff has it up.
Yeah. So let me show this on video right
I
now.
just ducked to let you have the screen.
Let's see, present to everyone. Here we go. So I'll have it full screen right now. This is
Yeah.
what it looks like if you're watching video.
So they went from like a kind of serif type font to a sans serif. It's very clean. It's very minimal. It's very like now, but in the way they presented it, it looks so childish. It looks almost like it's from a Dr. Seuss novel. It's so childish.
I mean, to their defense, it looks friendlier. Like if I looked at it, it looks like a child's book title, kind of, and maybe
Exactly, but it's too much like that. It's like you can't help. It feels wrong.
Is this official? Is this like going to be
Oh,
forever?
dude, dude. If you not open up your like Google apps and stuff, that it's on there. It's
No.
it's there, man.
I mean, maybe I haven't updated my apps yet, but
it's really strange.
huh.
Like it's too childish for my taste. It's just, I mean, if you think about it, it really accomplishes nothing in terms of like It's not pushing any boundaries. It's very clean. It's too obvious to me, and kind of really, it feels like it was really poorly thought out. Like it was the first level design, and that's what they just kept, and that was, I don't know.
Damn,
I like their older logo better. It felt more professional. I'm sorry?
I said you have a lot of feelings about this.
Oh, I really dislike it. It's just, I really don't like it. So you don't really, you were just like, I guess, on it.
It's, I mean, it's like, because their old font was like serifed, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, and so now they're like, well, now we're gonna go. Like, is this, what font is this? This is not their own font, right?
It might be their own custom font, and I hate it.
It is friendly, but
it
doesn't
too friendly.
It doesn't feel like Google, you know?
Yeah, it feels wrong.
I feel like it doesn't match any of their other Android interface stuff.
It's just, yeah, it's weird. Not a fan of it. So that's terribleness. Let me just put it that way. If you guys have any comments or ideas on why you think it's terrible, or if you actually like it, use our hashtag and tell us why you like it. Jeff.
Tech Laundry.
Yeah. Hashtag Tech Laundry. Me and Jeff use that all the time. Definitely do that. Jeff, yes. What's up with Tesla?
Let me do that as soon as I stamp the Tech Laundry logo. There we go.
Oh, magic. Oh, it's all yellow.
I don't even know how it changed color. I didn't even
manage. Oh, there's a little button. There's like a little webby thing.
I can't even like get out of this app. I don't even know. I don't know. Google Hangouts, crazy interface for some reason.
It's really not that crazy once you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
You're just bad at this.
I'm not a fan of this. Bad logo, bad design. So we're gonna talk about Tesla a little bit. So news came out today.
What's the news?
Yeah, the Tesla. There's not too much, but there's more solid news about Tesla's new car, which is called the Tesla Model 3, that will become available for pre-order in March.
Okay. So what's new about it?
So this is supposed to be Tesla's big budget economical car. It's going to be a sedan. It's going to cost $35,000, as Elon Musk.
Is that good? Is that good?
That's very good.
Comparatively, how much were the other ones?
I mean, if you're comparing it to like the Chevy Volt, it's like $7,500 cheaper.
Okay.
So
Chevy Volt is kind of known for the cheaper version, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that it's got like, it still has both has traditional motor in it that will only kick in when you're getting low and stuff. So it's kind of it's got good idea. But this is $35,000, as they've said. That's before tax rebates and stuff like that. So they're saying that this number is supposed to be before any discounts. So it means it can be even cheaper than this. And this is for a brand new car that's a Tesla brand that, if anybody's been like reading the news about like Consumer Reports, Tesla model,
it's killing. It breaks the system.
It completely broke their system. Yeah. Cause they're not used to like the efficiency ratio to like reliability and like acceleration and all these different things, like throwing off the rating. So it scored higher than 100 on their scale.
Nuts.
Which is hilarious.
It's like me and math, man.
It's like, I don't even know how it works. I'm like, so this is exciting, because this is really where Tesla's going to become a bigger name. Like Tesla, like luxury, and you're like,
it's like Tom Hanks is writing one, and that's all. Yeah, I think he was like one of the first guys to like get one. Okay, that's the thing with Tesla. It's always been kind of this like luxury product that just always kind of away from everyone else. Kind of just can't really touch it because it's quite expensive.
Yeah, it's something you'd like hear and you'd be like, oh, Tesla, like that. Those are good cars that I can't afford.
Yeah, it's like, it's almost like it kind of feels like, oh, it's a Ferrari. Those are beautiful cars. They're cool. I really wish I had one, but I can't. So this definitely might lend a hand in terms of getting more of the name out there and more people using it. And the more people use it, the better technology we'll get. The more products will get sold, and the more technology, the better. So it's just like, yes, this might be the kind of opening for Tesla to become super mainstream and definitely, go toe to toe with the big boys in car manufacturing.
Thank God.
Because I know you're a big believer in Tesla.
Yeah, no, I think I mean, like, because we've talked about them on the show before, where they made
Yeah.
the home batteries, and they had like slow startup with like the Roadster and stuff like that. People weren't really sure like this is like worth it, like electric cars, but they really took like the quality to heart, and like like when you buy a Tesla, you're buying a really good car. You're buying essentially the best car you could buy.
Cool.
That's like normal. That's not like a
That's
sports
not
car.
that's not normal.
I mean, you're paying an expensive price, but it feels like you're not like. I mean, you see a Tesla down the street, you're like, that's cool, but it doesn't like scream, like, oh my god, it's like Ferrari or it's a Lamborghini or something. It's very much more like subtle and like, you're like, oh yeah, Tesla, that's a good choice. Just classier. I don't know. I love it. But we're gonna have to wait a while. So that's for pre-orders is happening in March, which is great. They're gonna reveal more things about the actual body of the car and details and things like that. But it's gonna start production in about 2 years. So,
Jeff,
yes.
Toss up.
Yes.
Tesla car, Google car. If you can only have one, self-driving car from Google or super efficient, awesome car from Tesla.
The self-driving car from Google
versus
current edition or like forever upgrading? Like if it's current edition, I don't think it's very good.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it hasn't quite caught up to the level of the Tesla, because I mean Teslas are on the road now.
Yeah.
Google ones are still kind of in the beta, kind of like still kind of they're testing it out, but it's not completely on the road yet. Yeah, so I get that. Okay, so
you can't drive them during a cloudy day, or like if it's raining, it throws off the sensors too. I'm like, it kind of sucks. So I'm not quite there yet.
So definitely Tesla for now.
Tesla for now.
Tesla for now. Okay, cool. Yeah. Good to know. Good to know.
So exciting. So very excited.
Elon Musk, you've won over Jeff.
Elon Musk has my heart. He is like kind of.
He's like your version of my Steve Z.
Steve Zissou?
No, Steve Jobs.
Oh, why was he Steve Z?
Because we have that connection.
I mean, it's true. Like after Steve Jobs dies, I'm like, well, who am I gonna root for now? Like,
yeah, like who's your boy? I'm a kind of a fan of Marissa Mayer from Yahoo. I think she's cool.
She's the CEO. Is that the CEO?
Yeah.
How is she doing? How's the company? I haven't looked into Yahoo.
I think Yahoo's doing some cool stuff. So. Not exactly giant splashy stuff, but still good stuff.
We should make that a show topic at some point. And you
Yahoo?
Talk about how Yahoo's kind of like, what's their game plan right now, right? Could be good.
Yeah. Like, interesting.
You seem very hesitant. You're like, yeah.
There's a lot of research to be had for that one, because it's still like the changes they're making is still kind of like preliminary and kind of I don't really know that much about it yet. So. Definitely worth looking into.
Yeah. Moving on to the next topic.
God, see, we have so many topics this week.
We do, but there's also one because I wanted to just start doing this for the show. So most shows they usually have like something they want to talk about at the end of the episode. They're like, what was your pick of the week or thing?
See, my thing is always just like my dating life.
So yeah, sure. Pick of the week. Who did you pick this week?
Oh my god. Okay, so there's this one girl.
And actually, she wasn't a girl. And that's the end of the story.
What? There's nothing wrong with that. Says the guy with the red nails.
Sure, I got red nail polish. It's not my color, but
It's really not you. It's not good.
Red's not my thing. Blue's usually my thing.
Yeah, no, the blue looks good. The red is just wrong. It's a thing. You have to have the lipstick for the red, and it can't. I don't think it exists for itself. So
yeah, I'm not really ready to go for that whole.
Yeah, the whole transformation's not already there yet. It's just okay, cool. All right.
So
pick of the week. Explain the idea, Jeff. Thing of the week or pick of the week?
It's
still kind of like a question mark. We don't know yet.
We'll call it the thing/pick of the week. So the idea is that there's something once a week, we'll just pick something that we think is significant to us, like whether it be an app or an article or anything. That's literally, we make it really, really general. So that like, something we're paying attention to that we think is significant and not necessarily, it doesn't have to be, a part of the topic of the show. Cause maybe I want to talk about something that's not in the theme of the show, which today was like, kind of about 3D printing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this thing actually happens to be a website/app called Discord. So I have been looking
I had never heard of that.
I've been looking for an alternative to Skype for a very long time, and my entire friend group's been on Skype for years. We've been using it because it just has the best audio quality. It just works for most purposes.
And people just have that thing. It's
Yeah,
free.
and everybody knows Skype, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I got it installed." So it just kind of
Microsoft.
That's true. It's owned by Microsoft, so it's kind of like integrated into everything.
Yeah.
And it's fine. But the thing about it is that it's just becomes like a CPU hog. It's too much resources. You have to do it follows the traditional thing where like you call somebody and then they pick up, it's like a telephone.
Yeah.
And so what Discord does differently, so you can go, I think it's called discord.app. Discordapp.com. It can work in the web interface, it can work in the app on any mobile device, and they all work really well. If you guys ever heard of Slack? So Slack, it was inspired a little bit by Slack. It's the idea that you have like these channels, these chat channels that you create, right? Like you create a channel called like general, and you can invite people to it, right? And they could just go there to hang out. You following me so far?
Yeah.
So they can go there into this chat room, and then you can also have a voice channel chat room. And so you can jump into a different channel that has like voice chat, and the audio quality is really good. Like very good, like on Skype level quality of good. And the fact that they don't need it, the person on the other side doesn't need to download anything. I can literally send you a link to a chat channel. It will just work. Like you'll just get logged in, you'll get put in, and it works in like within 5 seconds. There's no setup or anything. You just send them a URL and they open up a browser.
Interesting.
And it works. Okay. It's incredible.
I thought Skype was working on something like that too.
If they have, I haven't heard about it. Because that's the thing about Skype is that also it's not the chat on it is really bad. So if I post,
it's very archaic. It's very archaic.
It just feels so like it needs to get completely redone.
So dated. It's like a new version of AIM is what it looks like.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Kind of, and it feels clunky. It just feels really clunky. And so with Discord, because it's more open, you don't have to have an account. You don't have to they don't force you to like sign up or do anything like that. So you can literally just pass someone an invite to the chat room, and you can set these invites to last a certain amount of time. So if you just want to talk to somebody for like 30 minutes and then just have the invite dissolve after. So you can set it so that like the invitation you give them like expires like in a day, hours, minutes, or you can permanently invite them if you want. So I have like channels open for like my friends. I can do direct messages just like you can in
Fun fact, I haven't received anything from Jeff.
What do you mean?
I have never got an invite to Discord.
Oh, let me see if I can do it. Let me create.
Don't be that guy. Don't even. You have
text laundry one right now.
Oh,
see how cool it is.
My phone is over there.
I literally just typed in hashtag text laundry as the server name, and it just creates one. So let me do an instant invite.
You should get one and just like open it up and let people like talk in it, and we'll see what you get.
That's the thing, because it's so open. You can do that. You can just spontaneously create a channel and invite a bunch of people to it, and they can just go and hang out in there. And so if you click that link, I sent to you in Gmail.
I do not see a link, sir. Oh, we'll do it later. We'll just keep going.
But anyhow,
cool.
You can just do that. So you don't have to feel weird about like, oh, do I have to invite them? You can just create something completely new, or just like have a disposable channel to have people just suddenly come in and talk. Also, what's also great is that you know how people, if you ever like send pictures in chat or like URLs, what it'll do is it'll actually, when you send a link in chat, it'll show you a preview of it, just like it does in like Facebook and a lot of other things now. So you don't have to actually click on links.
Hangouts has that too. Yeah.
Yes. Like God, thank God. So annoying. Anyhow, check it out. I've been using it it's almost replaced everything in terms of like Skype wise. I still use Hangouts because some people have Android phones, so I have to continue using it still.
Nerds.
But for the most part, I would highly recommend Discord, or at least checking it out. Great audio, which was really important.
Yeah.
So
my turn.
That's my pick of the week. Check it out.
So, okay, for me, it was like, I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago, there was this news like kind of bit that like they fit a hydrogen fuel cell into an iPhone 6.
I do remember that. I remember that article.
If so it's like it's one of those things that, you know, like we've always had this problem of like our batteries, you know, we need to keep shrinking batteries for them to become more portable, and we'll always have that kind of ceiling in terms of how we use our technology because we need batteries that would work. So there's the company in question is called Intelligent Energy, and they kind of really made a really slim hydrogen fuel cell to like kind of fit into the phone. So it didn't replace the rechargeable battery. What it did was the combination of this fuel cell they had and like some of the battery it had was able to like run the phone for an entire week. Now think about that. Like this, your phone lasts maybe less than a full day, like maybe 18 hours, but it lasted a week. Like that's our future now. Like I saw like news of the Moto 360, the second generation of it. And it's gonna last maybe 2.5 days. So we're getting to the point where our batteries, we're finally breaking that kind of the ceiling that our batteries have created for us. So like what the cool thing they did was going back to the fuel cell battery for the phone. They didn't have to change the iPhone in any way except for like, you know, like they kind of created vents in the back so that, you know, the vapor and the heat to escape. But it's just amazing the technology in terms of like how we'll be able to start using like hydrogen fuel cells to power devices. Like you would need to you know, like put in new things of hydrogen or whatever, how the fuel cell works that way. But it seems like putting in new fuel cells, like you know, just refilling the fuel cells once a week versus charging your phone every single night, seems like a really, really great kind of trade-off.
Because I remember reading this and I'm like, can you just like send in your phone? Like, are they thinking like what are they thinking in terms of like future? Are they gonna like have it so you can have consumers like send in their phone to get it like upgraded?
I think they would have like
Or
kind
is it
of
more just like a proof of concept, like this is possible, we should make this possible?
yeah. I think it's like the latter. I think it's more like okay, it's possible, and then we'll figure out the way to make this work later on. Whether it be charging stations, like you know the like electric cars have charging stations, so we would have you know like centers for that kind of thing. So it's definitely something worth looking into, and it's something to be really excited about in terms of technology because battery has always been the biggest problem in terms of like consumer technology. Not necessarily most other places, but consumer technology, 100%. It's always been, do I have to have an extra battery? Where am I going to plug in next? It's always been that fear. So this, I am so excited for it. Like this totally beats my idea of wanting everything to be e-ink. Remember my small obsession with e-ink displays, and I wanted everything to be like e-ink display because it lasts forever. And in this way, having like the hydrogen fuel cell can have your phone with its LED screens and its super AMOLEDs and all that last for a week. It's amazing.
It's true. Once we like, because battery is like the biggest thing that's holding back innovation, and like it's also like the area of technology that hasn't had like a huge like breakthrough or paragon shift in terms of technology.
Mhm.
Everything else has gotten more efficient now and to make the battery go last longer. But we've never had something that like made it's like this new type of battery will last X longer. And there's like maybe like the most recent thing I can think of is like maybe quick charge. Like you charge it for like what 15 minutes and it charges like 60% or something, 80 maybe. It's some like really amazing amount of charging in a short amount of time. But yeah, I remember reading this article and I was like, really? Like that's
nuts, right?
That seems crazy. Like I could be on my phone so long and never have to feel guilty like, oh, I have to go charge it. Because like let me tell you right now, my iPhone 5 is like it's on its last legs, man. It's like
it has to last one more week, Jeff. Just one more week, buddy.
That's true. Which is the perfect segue into the last thing is we're going to give you a preview for the next show. The Apple event is happening on Wednesday, the 9th of next week. So we're excited for it because we all know exactly what's going to come. Everybody's sure.
What we know we're excited about. We know definitely iPhone 6s or 7. We'll see if they keep on the naming scheme. Gotta get some iPad updates. And will I finally see the holy grail of my Apple TV HomeKit system. I really want to see it, and I'm really excited. Ah,
Oh man,
ah.
I'm so excited because I mean, like the upgrade couldn't come at a better time. So
Yeah.
I've had this for like 2.5 years, so it's I've got my money's worth. But it is time to finally have Apple Pay, and I'm gonna have Force Touch probably, and just a
Oh,
bigger
you're
screen in
finally gonna have
general.
a phone that's better than mine. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, you're
I
gonna have,
I like how like there was this like half a year that I had better tech than you.
and it's slowly just getting torn
It's
away one by one.
flaking, yeah, little by little. So that is basically what we're going to cover next week. We're going to be covering the entire Apple event. We're probably going to be live tweeting it
Indeed,
like we last time. So that's going to be on what day is it? Is it Wednesday?
it's going to be Wednesday, the 9th of September.
So we will be hashtagging Technology that entire day. So sorry for our like followers. We're going to be just live tweeting the crap out of the Apple event. Just like
Most
we did,
definitely.
like, yeah, I mean, like we did this for like all the major announcement things, like Google I/O. We went nuts on it. So definitely keeping it
Keep it in the
even
same
playing field. Yeah,
sense.
even playing field.
10 a.m. 10 a.m. is when the event starts, so expect it
Let's
around
see
there.
if we're gonna get another guy in a scarf.
Yeah, we'll see how everybody's dressed. We'll start judging
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and criticize.
Who wore it best? Did anyone wear a black turtleneck? Is that gauche? Very exciting.
What if like like Tim Cook walks out, he has like a black turtleneck, and he just
Oh, I
completely
would
changes.
die. I would literally die.
Like he's like,
Literally die. Well,
So
that's
yeah,
it for this week's episode of Tech Laundry, you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
We reached an awesome milestone. We have 250 subscribers.
Yep, 250.
Dudes, thank you for listening. Really, really thank you for all the support. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. You can see our handles, next to us. Make sure to use our hashtag TechLaundry. And if you want to catch up on the latest episodes, check us out at techlaundrypodcast.com. Again, we're on Apple's iTunes, so make sure to subscribe there. So, yeah, lots of places to get at us,
Oh, and one last thing I want to mention.
Damn you.
There is a small short documentary called Small Empires. They document like different startup businesses and things like that. And they did one on Shapeways. So if you wanted to see more in depth into the company, how it worked, and the founder and his ideas and stuff.
I did my sign off, man. I did my sign off.
Yeah, you did it, but also I need to add that in. So I figured that was part of it. If you
All
want to
right.
link to it, check out the description in the show notes, or go to our site, techlaundrypodcast.com. And that's all for this week. Until next time.
See you guys.
That's not how it's.
Wait, like, what am I supposed to say?
I don't know anything.
Shaken, not stirred. No?
Yeah.
Is that a good one?
Okay, outro music. Here we go.
Spectre. Wait, is that Mission Impossible? Ah, damn it. I'm gonna turn it off.
And stop recording. 48 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.